This week in Retrospect, we take it back to 1990, where a special flag-raising ceremony supports the Mohawks at the Onion Lake Annual Powwow.
The Onion Lake Annual Powwow was the site of a special flag-raising ceremony to support the Mohawks in Oka, Quebec. The mood of the Indians was sad, but at the same time angry, because they feel the Canadian government is giving all Indians, not just the Mohawks, a rough time.
Many Indians have died in the First and Second World War in Korea, fighting for this country, and now we find that we have to fight this country for what little piece of land that they had left us.
The flags are raised in sympathy to the Mohawks, and Dylan says he doesn't think a golf course is worth all this hassle. This is Cliff Tailfeathers from Montana. He's a Blackfoot Indian and veteran of the Vietnam conflict, and he says the raising of the American flag is a show of support and unity between Indians from the States and Canada.
And I don't blame the Mohawk Indians for doing what they're doing now. I feel myself, I feel they're fighting for the rightful thing, and they should be given what they are asking.
Tailfeathers adds governments north and south of the border are guilty when it comes to Aboriginal rights. He says the American government has just recognized treaties and rights that were given to Indians many years ago. Kevin Wilson, Broadcast Center News on the Onion Lake Cultural Grounds.
And in the year 2000, an unexpected hailstorm hits the town of Edgerton.
It started shortly after 4 o'clock Sunday afternoon when this unexpected storm hit the town of Edgerton. Brenda Spornitz and her family took refuge in their motorhome.
There was just a deafening thump, 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 thump. It was incredibly loud, and it was just pelleting the motorhome, like you were being bombed.
Hail, ranging in size from golf balls to baseballs, battered the town, leaving in its wake a trail of damage. Homes and vehicles were hit the hardest. Windshields were smashed. Hoods and rooftops were plummeted by one of the most severe storms this community has ever seen.
Nothing as severe as that. I've seen hailstorms, but nothing like that. Stones the capacity they were yesterday. It was almost to the scary part. We were in a van and it was so noisy in there you couldn't even talk.
Like being attacked in your trailer. Somebody throwing stuff at you or bombs. It was quite the thing.
Kent Herbert has worked in the aviation industry for more than 16 years. Part of his job included tracking weather systems. He says as frightening as this storm was, he's grateful it wasn't worse.
If there had been a wind with that, we would have had homes ruined. We would have had probably people killed instead of injured. Because you imagine, getting hit by a softball at 100 miles an hour, puts another 60 miles an hour wind on that. Yeah, it would have been horrendous. I just can't imagine.
And today, the cleanup begins. The town is littered with broken glass, leaves, and branches.
The hailstone is hit. When it hits, it gets dirty, and the pock markers from the hitting, all the ridges of dirt, is from the sand that was on it as it melted. And there's other places in the mud where you can just see the pock mark itself. But the whole backyard gardens are just, it looks like the surface of the moon.
While cleanup efforts are underway, residents can be assured they will receive help and be taken care of.
I've already taken about 50 phone calls and names after the storm is over. I went through the sports grounds and just started collecting clients' names and told them that we will handle it.
Rochelle Chandria, NewsHour.
And that's all for this week in Retrospect.
Retrospect is brought to you by Webb's Machinery. Find New Holland products at Webb's Machinery, your dealer in Vermilion, Vegreville, Lamont, Wainwright, St. Paul, and Consort.